everyone, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me today. It's Thursday here in Australia and I've just come back from our local food bank. They're actually doing their food bank, running it a day earlier because of the Easter holidays. So normally they operate on a Friday, but this week it was a Thursday. And I've got a almighty box of goodies. They really loaded me up this week with some great stuff to unbox. I don't know everything that's in the box yet. There was a couple items that were added to the box as I went along, so I'll unbox it all with you today. This is a food bank where it's run by a local church in my area if you're new here, and you pay $10 and they give you a box of groceries along with usually some fruit and vegetables, bread. There's also things like eggs most weeks. And yeah, it's a big help to my family at the moment, that's for sure. And before I get into things and start unboxing, if you're also needing some help with food at the moment, don't be shy to seek out and find your local food bank or food pantry in your area and use the resources that are out there. There is links in my description box below. So please have a look. If you're in Australia, there's a website you can go to and put in your postcode and hopefully find something that's close to you. Also, if you're overseas in the UK and the US and Canada, there's website links I've left for those of you in those areas as well. And anybody else in areas outside of that, if you know of organisations or charities that are a help in your area, please leave a comment for others that may read it and it might help them as well. So without further ado, let's have a look at what I got this week. First of all, there was some extra items they had on the table that you could take if you thought it could benefit your family, and I did actually grab this box of porridge oats, honey, vanilla and cinnamon, which I thought would be great. So there's 8 sachets, 8 little packets in there. And it's a Carmen's brand as well, which is a pretty gourmet one in Australia. They make nice cereal. These items, I believe, have been donated from a local supermarket in the area. So there's maybe a little bit damage with some of the boxes or something not quite right. This is why it ends up at the food bank. But the food is still good. So that's great to have that. There was also this amazing, well, it's amazing to me, 3-litre can of extra virgin olive oil. As you can see, it's dinted, but that doesn't bother me. So when they had that there, that was just fantastic. Oil is very expensive. One like this would cost, well, it might be anywhere from $30, $40, $50, depending on the brand in Australia at the moment. So this one's still in date. So this one's best before the 18th of October next year. So that was so awesome to get that. Not very often do we get cooking oil. So that's usually something I have to go to the supermarket separately for and buy, but to get that today was such a blessing, really. So that was great. And there was 2 other items that I were able to grab on the table. There was this box of tea, Sleep Well, so chamomile, orange blossom and honey, which sounded pretty good. Hopefully it might help you sleep. It's probably good for someone like me. I'm a bit of a night owl, tend to stay up way past my bedtime, or what I should be. So I might have to try that one out. And I also did get another really useful item that I actually use a fair bit in my house here for cleaning, is bicarb of soda. Again, the packet's a little bit wonky and a bit destroyed, but it's still intact. Yeah, so awesome. So some bicarb of soda. They did also give me some eggs as I went along the table as well. They have it all set out on tables where I go So a dozen eggs, which is fantastic. And all these other items, oh, apart from the milk, I do know about the milk. Everything else, I don't know what's in here. So I was fortunate this week to get 4 bottles of the Barista almond milk, which is a big, big help. I find when we have cereal like Wheat Bix and that, the milk just gets soaked up and used up. So 1 litre of milk disappears in no time flat. So to get 4 bottles was amazing. So these are all shelf stable ones. They don't need to go in the fridge till you open them, which is also very useful. So there's 4 of those. And 1 more. And now we get down to everything else that was in the box. Oh, beg your pardon. There was these 2 that were additions to the box as well. So there was Vegemite that you're able to take. And of course we always use Vegemite in our house. So I grabbed 1 of those. And there was also peanut butter. This is the smooth variety. So I grabbed 1 of those. Now everything else, I'm not sure what's in here, so let's have a look. So the cereal is the same as what we've got a couple of weeks now, so that's great. This is really delicious, this one. So it's a crunchy granola and cereal fusion, almond and cashew. Just right, Kellogg's one. Looks like there's a few cans of things. There's whole peeled tomatoes. What else we've got? Corn kernels, no added salt. Can of spaghetti. Can of baked beans. This looks a little bit different. Oh, a can of tuna. That's great. Can do a lot with tuna. Some noodles this week. Some 2-minute noodles, chicken noodles. That looks like another container. Chicken noodles. A box of Cruskits. So these are biscuit crackers. Someone asked the other day what they were. These are like made out of wheat and rye, this particular type. And you can use it just like you would a sandwich, except it's like a cracker. They're really good, so you can put whatever topping, sweet or savoury, on them. And we've got some pasta sauce. Mum's sauce, bolognese. Oh, there you go. Helps support children in hospitals. There you go. So that's a different one. We've never got that one before. That looks good. And some more. Oh, there's some Easter eggs there too, by the looks. Some long grain white rice, 1 kilogram bag, which is fantastic. A little packet of digestives, raspberry flavoured, raspberry tops. That sounds really delicious. I've never had those ones before. That looks awesome. Oh, and the kids will like this, some LCMs. Fruit Loop flavour. Now that's a different one we haven't tried as well. A whole box of them, 12 bars. So that'll be great on the holidays. Fruit Loops for the, I was going to say Fruit Loops for the Fruit Loops. Do your kids get a bit crazy when they have too much sugar too? Some more, this is spiral pasta. And in the corner here is a little bag of Mars and Lindt chocolate Easter eggs. How cool is that? That's nice. Alright, so that was what's in the big box. There was also a bag of cold items. I'll give you a look at what's in the bag of cold items. So this is in addition to what they give you with the grocery items. I got to pick a loaf of bread, And this week I got Tip Top, the one soft wholemeal. These ones we've had before. They're actually really nice. So that was great to get that. And they do have a bakery in town that donates to this particular food bank, and there was two, it's like meat pies and some sort of, to put it down here, some sort of pastry item, like a pasty type thing, not sure, mystery one anyway. And we got 2 ready meals. These are crumbed chicken meals, and I'll see if I can give you a sneak peek what it looks like. Now, we did also stop by the other food bank we normally quite often go to on a Thursday today and managed to get a cold bag, and I'll include a clip at the end of the video to show you what I got there. This is a little bit similar to some of the meals we got earlier. So it's crumb chicken, looks like mashed potato and gravy and some green beans. So that's great. So there was 2 of those I think I grabbed. Yeah, two of those. And there was some of the cake bars again this week, which my kids will go crazy for. So that looks pretty good. That'll be a nice treat. So they gave me two boxes of those. And down the very bottom was some sausages as well, which is awesome. So my husband will like that. Thin barbecue sausages, a 500 gram packet. So yeah, it looks like about 8 sausages. Again, really useful. So that was what was in the cold bag, and I'll just put everything down for a minute and give you a look at what's in the fruit and veggie bag. Right, back with the fruit and veggies. I've actually started to unbag them now. There's quite a few individual items. There's half a dozen bananas, which is great, and looks like a couple carrots. Quite a few, these are limes, and there might be one lemon, but a backward lemon. Some of these are homegrown that people have donated to the food bank, which is lovely. And there's quite a few apples. I've pulled out 3. There's some more in the bag though, so I'll see how many there is. There's another one. They usually bag these up as you go along the table, so they will ask you if you like particular items. I usually just say whatever you've got going, I'm grateful to have. So they usually just put a whole heap of fruit and veggies in a bag for me, and then I get the surprise of it when I come home. So some nice, these look like Roma tomatoes this week, which is great. They're lovely, good for sandwiches. And I don't know if you can see, if I zoom in on the bag, no, it's a bit too dark. Hang on a minute, I'll unbag it and then I'll show you what I got. So in the end, we've ended up, once I've unbagged everything, there was half a dozen bananas, which is fantastic. A little crate of baby cucumbers. There was some lemons and limes, or mostly limes. I think this one might be a lemon. And there's actually 10 yummy looking apples. I think they're maybe Royal Gala, or that one might be a Pink Lady. Nice looking little apples, a couple Red Delicious down here. So 10 of those. There's 4 really good sized potatoes and 4 onions as well, and about 8 Roma tomatoes. And in the end there was a couple more carrots at the bottom of the bag. There's 4 carrots. So that was really great. So yes, that was everything I got this Thursday for $10 from my local food bank, which is a big help to us, that's for sure. Lots of good fruit and veggies, and really useful to get things like eggs and the sausages, and especially excellent to get the big 3-litre container of extra virgin olive oil. That was just awesome. That's probably the best thing I think I got this Thursday. So yeah, the food bank well and truly loaded me up this week, and it's a real big help. That means there's less things I have to worry about, like the oil, going to the supermarket and budgeting to try and afford to buy. and even the extra milk. That'll go a long way over the school holidays. So yeah, I think I did pretty good. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And if you've got any ideas for any of the food I've received today, any recipe suggestions or things you think that might go together to make a meal, let me know as well. And I'll show you now also what I got from the other food bank that I went to earlier. This was where I picked up a cold bag of items, so I'll give you a quick look as well. And this is what we got in the $5 cold bag today. You could pick and choose 10 of these ready meals for $5, so it works out to be 50 cents a meal, which I think is pretty good value. So we actually got 10 of these. They're all the same this week: roast chicken and vegetable meals. And they're pretty decent little meals, to give you an idea of what's in it. This one's got, it's like sliced chicken. I think there's gravy usually, green beans, and looks like some mashed potato there. So they'll be very helpful. So we got 10 of those for $5. We also did manage to pick up a loaf of cafe style raisin toast as well, which looks great. We like having these toasted at breakfast time if we don't have cereal in the house. Quite often we'll have some fruit bread. And last but not least, of course, there had to be some junior mints. So 2 of those as well. So that's everything we got from the other food bank this week.